Reverend Don Lewis coming to you from beautiful Central Illinois. And today our question comes to us from Anani Mouse. And Anani Mouse asks whether it would be normal to feel a sense of dislocation and a sense of being drained when having transferred from one pagan path to another. And my answer to this would be that although Anani Mouse has defined this question in terms of moving from one pagan path to another, I think the answer is equally relevant to moving from any path to another, any major change one makes in one's life. And the answer is that yes, it would be normal to feel a certain sense of dislocation, a certain sense perhaps of loss, certainly of difference, because you have made a major change. And there are in fact major differences. Certain things may be in certain ways very dislocating, and that's only to be expected. Familiar things are gone, unfamiliar things are present, depending of course on the scale of the change. So it's only natural one would feel somewhat disassociated or dislocated in the immediate aftermath of such a change. Now, granted, there is excitement with the new path, but still a sense of dislocation or even of loss from having left the old path. Having said that, it is not natural that you should feel drained. And I would say that that would indicate a problem. And if you're feeling drained, there are two main things I would suggest. If you're feeling drained, either you have less energy being active or energy actually being lost. And the first thing I would say is examine your situation and ask yourself if there are energy building things that you did in your former path that you're not doing in the present one. Techniques of exercise or meditation, or even certain kinds of ritual that would get your energy going and make you feel very energized that you have discontinued in the change of path. And if that's the case, either pick them back up or find something to replace them that gives you that same movement of your energy. Now, the second thing, if you feel like you're losing energy, what I would recommend is to cut your cords to that former path. And when I do this, I visualize the connections as cords. That's part of why I use that term. There are, of course, many other things that one could do, but to me, visualizing it as a cord and cutting it is a very effective technique. And it may be that you're losing a certain amount of energy into effectively the attachments that you carry from that path. So in cutting cords, you're cutting your attachments to your former path. And this may prevent your feeling drained. And I would say try those two things, and if you're still having trouble, contact me again and I'll see what else I can recommend, but I would think those two would take care of any difficulties. So I hope that answers your question and gives you something to think about, and until next time, may you blessed be.